Good evening, all. Myself, Ratnakaram Raju from the competitive.in, the platform which is always at your service to enhance your skills. And today I need to discuss about some of the basic and important topics in physics and which are commonly asked in many competitive exams. As we know, nowadays competitive exams are many important and plays a many important role in our career. So as we know, in many of the competitive exams, physics also plays many key role. Okay, and so I need to explain some of the basics and important topics in physics. Okay, as we go to the next slide, basic and important topics: force, friction, reflections of light in plane and curved mirrors or surfaces, current and electricity, states of matter. And why I choose these topics means, as we compare from the last 6 years to now, many of the competitive examiners and competitive exams, either governmental and non-governmental, many of the physics subjects are dealing like based on these topics like force, friction, and this. And as we take first one, force. Okay, let's go to the third slide. Okay, force. As we know, force is a basic concept in physics. The general definition for the force is push or pull. The For example, if you need to explain force in a general form, it is a it is like a action, push or pull, and the every action what we done in our daily life comes under force. We have various types of forces we need to discuss, and we have various types of forces like many compared to the many states. Okay, they are contact and non-contact forces, gravitational force, electrostatic force, direct and indirect forces. Okay, and these are the and many other types of the forces are there, but why I need to discuss these type forces of means, as we take the gravitational force while comparing to the other forces, the many of the problems and many of the questions are being asked based on the gravitational force, and compared to the electrostatic force, same. Direct and indirect forces also, and contact and non-contact forces too. And the unit for the force is Newton, and it is not also the name of the scientist, and who is always in been in researching on forces. And while we come to the discuss about the forces, then we need to go to next slide, that is fourth slide. Okay, here it is fourth slide, and it is first one is contact force. Force which results when there is a contact between two bodies. I hope you understand now. Force which results when there is a contact between two bodies. For example, let's take example which is there, and every day we are brushing at morning as we wake up, and while what we done, take a brush and take a toothpaste on your hand, and by contacting you hand with the toothpaste cover, and you pressed it, and while you take the paste comes out from the toothpaste, and it applied on the brush. Okay, here it is called the contact force. While because the hand and the toothpaste cover is in contact in both. While we take to the non-contact force which occurs without any physical contact. For example, if you take a bar magnet which is of North Pole and South Pole, and let's make a place between a circle of needles, like as we have a needles, right? And while place it a circle, and take a bar magnet. If you place a bar magnet, sometime all the needles shows to the North Pole or South Pole. This is called a non-contact. Here the bar magnet and the needles are not in any contact, but there is some force. It is called as non-contact force, and those are called as also field forces. Okay, next one is electrostatic force, the force which is exerted by the charged bodies. I hope you understand this one. And the force which is exerted by the charged bodies. Okay, what is meant by charged bodies means, for example, let's take a example there itself, and let's take an example. For example, take a balloon and it have it blow, and keep it rub with a rough paper, and make a small pieces of paper around it, and after rubbing, place the balloon which is blown, and place there all the papers here on the table attract to this balloon. Here we need to observe many of the charged particles are induced in the balloon there itself. So it is called as a charged body. So the force exerted by the balloon to the papers to attract is known as the electrostatic force. The next one and the main one is gravitational force, and it is mainly exerted by the earth. For example, as we have a general example, the apple fall down and it is comes under the gravitational force. Okay, as we know, I no need to explain many deeply about gravitational force. Okay, next to go to the next slide. And okay, as I said, there are many forces like let's see in the short: contact force, body force, point force, distributed force, external force, internal force, frictional force, wind force, hydrostatic force, cohesive and adhesive force. Hydrostatic force is also one of the main one. Is mainly seen in the hydro power plants, like as the water uh, comes from the power plants, I mean dams. The turbines are being introduced or arranged it there. The force from the water come to that one and make to rotate the turbinal fans, and it uh, it may take to the some other form and change to the electricity, as we know. And next one, external and internal force. By taking a voxel on the table, if you've seen, some of the internal forces are acting on the body and some of the external forces are being act in the body. So those are called the internal external forces. And contact forces is being discussed. Distributed force means, for example, if a body is in a point and the force is distributed towards all. For example, as I said, bar magnet and needles, this comes under a distributed force. Okay. Next, the main topic which is being discussed in our today's session. Next one is friction. As we know, friction is being mainly talked and many important one. Friction is mainly defined as the force which opposes the motion of the body. For example, if you want to make a body from move from one place to another place, there must be some congestion. Why? Because this is called that is called as friction. If you need to apply the brakes to the motorbike, there must be a friction to the tires. If the tires worn out, we can't apply brakes. If you apply the brakes, it must can't be applied on some circumstances. And in friction we came across many terms like cohesive and adhesive surfaces, coefficient of friction, lubricants to increase the friction, and many of the lubricants are used to increase the friction. For example, in many of the engines, like take as a production mission, like a CNC and a lathe mission. In lathe mission, it is an engineering mission which is produced to some uh, kindly used objects. Okay, like spur gear and some other items. Some of the lubricants are being used to make and to apply to develop the friction in that mission, and to make that mission to be used a long time, not to be worn out in a short period of time. And coefficient of friction is direct one. It is denoted by mu. And let us discuss it in the next session deeply. And the coefficient of friction is main one, keep it mind. And while because many of the competitive exams in mainly directly asked about the coefficient of friction. uh, as I said, nowadays without friction is highly impossible to be on the road and to do the construction. Okay. Next we go to the next slide. Friction on the free body diagrams. And this is the basic and important and sure shot question in many of the some of the competitive exams. Let's take a horizontal body on the plane as shown in the first figure. The up arrow is known as the normal force, which is acting upwards, and Fs is known as the specific force or the gravitational force and weight of the body, which is acting towards the ground, the downward arrow here itself. And let's go to the inclined plane there in the next second one. And the Fn is known as the normal force which is acting upwards from the body, and Fs is known as specific friction. It upwards, it applies downwards. uh, the both action are being same in the both diagrams, but one first one is a placed in a table and second one is a inclined plane. In the inclined plane, no need to apply any type of forces. While we place in a body in up one, it comes to the down one to do some internal forces, as I said. And while you take to the table, we need to apply some of the forces to move from one place to another place of the body. Okay, and this is what I want to say, and I hope you understand. And if you have any doubts, let me know, and let me know in the chat box, and ping me up. uh, okay, and thank you very much, and we will discuss the another topics in next video. And finally, share and subscribe to the competitive.in. I'm once again saying that the only one platform at your service at any time to enhance your skills. Thank you, yours Ratnakaram Raju from the competitive.in. Thank you.